We have been walking through Kerala for some days now, and it has been an honor and a pleasure for me. And throughout the day, I meet thousands and thousands of people and discuss their issues, their problems, their lives. It makes me very happy to walk the streets of Kerala, but it makes me sad to listen to what the people of Kerala have to say. Every single youngster who I meet either does not have a job or is not happy with the job he has. The country is in a crisis of unemployment and high prices. You know better than me what is happening to fuel prices, to petrol prices, to gas cylinders. The people of Kerala and the people of India are being squeezed between unemployment and high prices. It is not a nice thing to say, but our poor people are drowning in the waves of unemployment and price rise. Small and medium business sizes, owners of these businesses see no future. Policies like demonetization and a flawed GST have destroyed their businesses. Today I met entrepreneurs from the IT sector, and every single one of them complained about the lack of support that they have. They come with the intention of bringing jobs to the people of Kerala, to the people of India, and they are faced with red tape, they are faced with corruption. It is almost impossible for them to build their businesses. And it is the same with our fishermen, with our coir workers, with our farmers. Every single person is facing the same problem. So India is faced with an ironic situation. On one hand, we have the richest people in the world. Brothers and sisters, the second richest man on the planet comes from India. He can monopolize any business he wants in the country. He doesn't need any permission to do business. He can buy any airport, any port. He can dominate the agricultural business. He can dominate the power business. He can dominate the solar business. Where does he get the money to build these businesses? And who gives him the money to build these businesses? Brothers and sisters, this money comes from public sector banks. This is your money. This is the money that should be used to build your schools, to build your hospitals, to give loans to farmers in distress, to support and finance and help small business owners, tea shop owners. But this does not happen. If you take a loan and you default on the loan, they take away your house. They call you a criminal. They take away your home. But if the biggest businessmen in India default on a loan, they are not called criminals. They are called non-performing assets. Lakhs and lakhs of crores have gone to the biggest businesses in the country. Workers from across the country needed to go back home. They needed 100, 200 rupees for food and a bus ticket. The government of India did not give them that. At the same time, while the lockdown was on, the government of India was forgiving the loans of the biggest business people in this country. A few days ago, I met the people from the tourism industry in Kerala, an industry that gives lakhs and lakhs of people jobs in this state. And I asked them, what was your biggest problem? And they said, within a second, they said, our biggest problem was that lockdown was done without any warning, without any compassion, without any thought. The Prime Minister declared a lockdown, destroyed thousands and thousands and thousands of small businesses, smashed the lives of people. And he did the same with demonetization. Didn't ask anybody what the consequences would be. At 8 o'clock one evening, he says, I'm banning 500 and 1,000 rupee notes. Did he ask himself the question, what would happen to the millions of more poor people who have 500 and 1,000 rupee notes? He asked himself the question, what would happen to their savings? Did he ask himself the question, how would they eat that evening? No, because his job is to clear the way for the biggest businesses in the country. And the way he does his job is by dividing India, by making one brother fight against another brother, by creating hatred between religions, communities, states, languages. And the idea is to divide the people of India so that the people of India are distracted. Make them angry, make them full of hatred, so they do not see what is being done to them. Because when you are blinded with anger and hatred, you cannot see the most obvious things that happen. So while India is steeped in hatred and anger, Mr. Narendra Modi is taking away what is yours and giving it to 3 or 4 of his friends. It's a very simple cycle. Mr. Narendra Modi divides the country and creates anger. He takes away what is yours and gives it to 3 or 4 of his crony capitalist friends. Those friends own our media and they promote Mr. Narendra Modi on television. They flood social media with Mr. Narendra Modi's images, and Mr. Narendra Modi ensures that they can dominate and monopolize any business they want. The result is that your money has gone into the pocket of one man who has become the second richest man in the world. So 2 Indias are being created. One India of a few people, billionaires. They control all India's businesses. They can have and fulfill any dream they want. And then another India of millions and millions and millions of people. In that second India, there are farmers, laborers, owners of small businesses, tea shop owners, carpenters, IT professionals. None of these people will be able to fulfill their dreams. The billionaires don't have to worry about high prices. The higher the prices, the more money they make. The billionaires don't have to worry about employment. Their children will always have jobs. It is the common man of Kerala, the common man of India, who has to worry about high prices. You used to pay much less for petrol than you do now. Ask yourself where this money is going. Please realize that the money is not disappearing into thin air. I met the fishermen some days back and they said to me that we don't get a subsidy anymore. I said to them, that is the first question you have asked. Why are we not getting a subsidy? But there is a more important question you should ask. The money that is not coming to us, to whom is it going? Brothers and sisters, please realize money never disappears. It is physically impossible for money to disappear. Money moves. It can either come into your pocket or it can go into somebody else's pocket. But remember, it has to go into someone's pocket. When we did Narega, the money went into your pocket. When we did the right to food, money went into your pocket. When we fought for the land acquisition bill, and I'm seeing on this highway, all the houses that are being broken and the compensation you're getting, the money that is going into your pocket came because we stood for you. When we gave 70,000 crore rupees to India's farmers, we put money in their pocket. When Narendra Modi criticizes Narega in the Parliament House, he's trying to take money out of your pocket. When Narendra Modi ji passes the 3 farm laws, black laws, he's trying to take money out of the pocket of farmers. When Narendra Modi ji does demonetization, he's taking money out of your pocket. When he hits you with the GST with 5 different taxes, 28% taxes, he's taking money out of your pocket. The game is very, very simple. Either the money goes into the vast majority of Indian people's pockets, or then the money goes into a chosen few people's pockets. So the next time you're filling petrol in your scooter or in your car and you see the price has gone up, ask yourself the question, where is this money going? In whose pocket is this money going? Don't just say petrol has become more expensive. Ask yourself the question, into whose pocket is the money from the expensive petrol going? These are some of the ideas behind the Bharat Jodo Yatra. We are not ready to accept an India that is divided and full of hatred. We do not recognize this India, and this is not our India. Our India is full of affection for its people. Our India is an India where brother loves and supports brother. So the first message of Bharat Jodo Yatra is, we will not accept the hatred and the violence that the BJP and RSS are spreading in our country. The second message is, we will not accept an India which is unfair to the large majority of Indian people. We will not accept an India where millions and millions of youngsters cannot find a job, have to beg for a job, and then have to commit suicide because they cannot get a job. We will not accept an India where parents spend their entire life's earnings trying to educate their children, trying to send their children to school and then to college, to university, only to be told that your child cannot get a job. And we will not accept an India where the vast majority of poor people are drowning in high prices. And I would like to thank all of you for supporting this idea of Bharat Jodo Yatra. Look, there are many ways to support things. You can support things by just standing there and saying, I support this. And then and then you can support something with love, affection, and giving it your full energy. You are supporting the Bharat Chodo Yatra with love, affection, and all your energy. And millions of people are doing it. All religions, all communities, all languages, males, females, children, older people. Every single person is coming out on the street with love and affection for each other. Everybody is treating everybody else with respect. Nobody is disrespecting anybody on these streets. That is the true nature of our country. This thing that these people are saying, this hatred that they're spreading, this anger they're spreading, this is not India. This is something else. This is arrogance and it is cowardice. And India is humble and brave. So thank you for showing me and everybody else what India actually is on these streets. The only country in the world which fought its biggest oppressor with kindness and non-violence, that is this country. You show me which country on this planet has fought a superpower and defeated the superpower with respect, with humility and with affection. You show me that country. There is only one country in the world that has the power to do that. There is only one country in the world that has the depth of understanding to do that. That is our biggest strength. You know, many years ago, I met Nelson Mandela. And that was when he had just come out of jail. He had spent 26 years in jail. I was maybe 21, 22 years old. And I asked him, Mr. Mandela, you spent 26 years in jail. What gave you the courage to continue your struggle after 26 years in jail? And his answer to me was the idea of non-violence, the idea of compassion, and the idea of respecting other humans which Mahatma Gandhi gave me. That is the power of this country. That is the strength of this country. And that is what these people are challenging and questioning. And we will never allow them to question.